I gotta say my favorite right now out of Texas gotta be Tisa Korean. Gotta be. Cause I done started like, I done stopped listening to all that shooting, killing, I do this to you, I do that to you, what's up with it. I done stopped listening to all that. Folks be like harmonizing about murders and killings, and I ain't, bro, I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that. First of all, you rapping, so what you ain't doing that. And if you was doing something, you going to jail. And if you did do something in the past, that's the past. I don't want to hear nothing about it no more. It's raps. It's over with. I don't want to hear nothing about it no more. I need something to get me in a good mood, get me hype, get me lit. You know what I'm saying? Something that take me somewhere mentally, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hear about no killings, bro. I can see it on the news every day. I don't want to tap in on none of that no more. I'm through with that. What it do, man? It's your boy 100 and we back in this. Hey man, we back in this, man, and we finna tap in with Sauce Walka. He on Say Cheese talking about people didn't understand, you know, why he had so much money and he wasn't a drug dealer or a scammer. I remember like I forgot when it was, maybe like a year or two ago, man, when I seen Sauce Walka and I just seen how much money he was spending. Hundreds and thousands and 400 and 500,000 riding in the Rolls Royce and got the diamonds in the face. And I was like, bro, like he's spending so much money. He got so much money. And you know, he raps, he's a rapper, but it's like clearly your money coming from somewhere else. But we don't know where that somewhere else is. So it looks funny, it looks weird. Like most of the people that you see when they like flashing money and they got so much money and it's not coming from rap or shows, you kind of be like, what's going on here? So let's see if my man gonna shed some light on the subject, because I've been thoroughly confused. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say he a pimp, but I will say he be having women and they go get his money. Let's see what he got to say about it.
Oh man, here we go, man. Today we got Sauce Walka in the building. First time in nearly 4 years, man. In a really requested interview, man. We got Sauce Walka back, man. How you doing?
4 years, 4 tears, and many, many more millions than a lot of my peers later.
Man, for sure. I want to say on camera, I really appreciate the support from you at a very early stage, you know, in the Say Cheese brand. You approached me, a lot of people ask me, but you approached me on 6th Street in Austin, and you were like 30 deep. And
not 30 deep.
You were the same person you are right now, loud, obnoxious.
Yeah, what, 7, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, damn this, about 10 years ago now.
Yeah, but hold on, let me finish. So you were very confident at the time, and you had a nice little piece with you, nice little female with you. So I'm like, okay, he must really be doing this thing. So I went back home. I did my homework on you. I went on your Instagram page. You had the big body Benz back then.
Remember, I used to be Dusty.
Benz back then.
I had the current big body Benz of the year we were living in, big body way back then. We was kids. That wasn't even cool. I was riding S-Class.
So I said, you know what? Now let me go listen to the music, because he got the bad women. He got the whip. Let me go listen to the music. So then I went to go listen to the music. 2 weeks later, you welcomed me to Houston with open arms. We was locked in ever since.
Ever since. That's where you got to see the premature Rizzos and Fifth Ward JPs, Bucci P's, you know what I'm saying? All before the Sauce Wave hit the way it hit. You know what I'm saying? It's when I first introduced you to Sancho Saucy. I don't know if you remember, that's when Fat Boogie was still like, you know, one of the bigger artists in Dallas at the time, and you know what I'm saying, Goon Side and shit, you know. I don't know if you still remember, but people pulled up them pictures and showed me, like, when I first came out there to do, it wasn't even an interview stage yet. It was just me trying to put Texas together and bring Texas artists together. And we had Fat Boogie, all the young Dallas artists coming up, DJ.
Yellow Beezy, I believe, too.
Yellow Beezy was there. Yellow Beezy was definitely there. A very young Yellow Beezy. You know what I'm saying? Jumping straight out the the Crown Vic or the Camaro, doing what he was doing back then, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Really living what he was rapping about before he started rapping about it. It was a whole different Texas, you know what I'm saying? And I was there at the forefront trying to put the dots together way back then, and you was there too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was speaking this shit into existence, and everybody thought it was a joke, or it was how these niggas screaming this pimping and this dripping and this sauce this and this sauce that. And then it came out into fruition in everybody's face, and it seemed it was a real mission.
And you know, even today, it's 2022, and see, people don't, I mean, people knew you back then, but in 2014, 15, like I said, you was, everything you was talking about, you were really living, from the bad women to the whips to the money and all that. Back then, it was already in motion.
Absolutely. I came into the rap game like that, like majority of the artists that met me initially that all started out during the same time that I started out, from the Rich Homie Coins, the, you know, the 21 Savages, the Migos, Houston artists that came out around that time. Like, this was like after the Propanes and shit and stuff like that. But around the time that I came into the rap game, I never had no CEO. I was never signed to nobody. I never had no sponsor. I never had no big homie. I never had no.
That's another thing when I say, like, we ain't really, it was hard to tell like what was going on because he ain't never really been signed. He never been no major super duper famous artist. Like, he just been kind of like independent this whole time. But you out here stupid shining. It's artists that signed to death, got all the major backing behind them, and can't string $1 million together. You feel me? So it kind of was like, what going on here? What's happening? We don't know.
I never had no backing. So when it came to all the money and the jewelry and the traveling and the amazing video shoots with private jets and planes and cars and studio effects, fireworks in the back of my videos, no features and too legit to quit it, pyro effects, all that was coming out of my budget, out of my pocket. You know what I'm saying? Money that I was making off the streets, off the drip. And then I was reincorporating that money and investing it into social media or investing it into, you know, bigger videos or more clothes or bigger images, you know what I'm saying? Doing more of what I was already living like. And that was kind of strange at the time to rappers in the game, because the average rapper was coming in the game as strictly an artist, not an artist and a CEO, not an artist and a leader or entrepreneur of the entire label in which they pushing. It was an artist would be a representation of someone else or another label, and then they have dreams of or hopes in the future to make their semi-label or their crew or they clique or the label that they really want to push blow up after the fact. It was never...
Right, that happened a lot with somebody like an artist or get signed, and then they'll try to create their label under that label and then try to sign people. But it's like you sign to somebody that signed to somebody that signed to somebody. It's like everybody taking a cut out of what you doing. Like, your CEO, your boss got a boss. His boss got a boss. It's like, it's so many different layers. I literally have seen somebody be signed to a label, start a group, sign some people, that person signs to that person, and then they start signing people under that. Like, bro, what in the world is going on here? I ain't signing to nobody who ain't independent. If you ain't backing your own backing, that don't make no sense. If you ain't backing your own backing though, I ain't signing.
It was never, I'm CMG and then this is my heavy camp. It's always been T itself as CMG the whole time. It ain't never been nothing else. The T is still business. So that was a hard journey, and it was a heavy responsibility on me and, you know, the people that around me that was helping me put it together and make it make sense. So it was just like early on when I first started going to Los Angeles and the Atlantas and all of these different cities in America, spreading the sauce, I got a lot of love, but I also got a lot of hate and confusion because people couldn't understand how am I not a drug dealer or a scammer or some shit like that, and I'm having the money and the jewelry that artist CEOs was having at the time. I'm driving in the cars and having the houses that artist CEOs or, you know, the average, it just kind of like growing up in the hood. The rap game got the same kind of like stigmatism to it as far as like when you grow up in the hood, people feel like they got 3 different avenues of being successful as a black man. You feel like you can either be an athlete, you feel like you're gonna be an entertainer or the streets. You know what I mean? So with the rap game and the state that it got to, it become, and what it actually still is today, is majority of the artists that came in the game was either having an NFL football player, an NBA basketball player, or some professional athlete behind them and putting up the money, making it an easier process for them, or making it, you know, more of an understanding. It's shit that I do for my artists as well, but they take the money from they already having money, and then they go take another combined check or momentum or invested interest from a record label. Therefore, all the pressure and all the stress comes up off of the artist and the CEO. I never had those. I never had that slack. It was always the pressure. So it's either you're gonna be signed to an athlete, you signed to a D-boy, you know what I'm saying? Or you signed to somebody that's already an entertainer that's making it even more easier for you to become an entertainer. I didn't have that crutch. So a lot of people hated on me because of that. Or they didn't want to believe that I wasn't signed to nobody. They didn't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying?
My boy said all that and still didn't drop no knowledge on us about the paper, where the paper came from. Like he said all that, like, yeah, I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? But where did the paper come from? He ain't say. I mean, he said he got it from dripping. Like, okay, I'm assuming you using code words for having the women go get the money for you. You know what I'm saying? That really just what it seemed like. So yeah, man, shout out to Sauce Walka though. But yeah, like you said, ever since I seen him, he been shining, been having the women around him, been having the money on him, been iced out, you know what I'm saying? We ain't really seen him take no L's for real like that. We done seen him get into a couple scuffles out here, get a couple of little scuffles, but we ain't, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like he really been about his money and bossing up, doing whatever he doing. Ain't in the business, doing whatever he doing. It seems to be working for him, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, let me know in the comments, man. Do you know what Sauce Walka is? Have you ever heard of Sauce Walka? Do you even know what's going on? Are you tapped in with anybody in the Texas avenues? You know, we talked about Yellow Beezy. I don't think I never did a video on Yellow Beezy. I don't think I did. But yeah, man, Texas got a lot of people, like a lot of music came out of Texas, like just throughout the years, man. Good OGs, you know what I'm saying? Good young dudes. I gotta say, my favorite right now out of Texas gotta be Tisa Korean. Gotta be, cause I done started, like, I done stopped listening to all that shooting, killing. I do this to you, I do that to you. What's up with it? I done stopped listening to all that. Folks be like harmonizing about murders and killings, and I ain't, bro. I'm cool on that. I'm cool on that. First of all, you rapping, so what you ain't doing that. And if you was doing something, you going to jail. And if you did do something in the past, that's the past. I don't want to hear nothing about it no more. It's raps. It's over with. I don't want to hear nothing about it no more. I need something to get me in a good mood, get me hype, get me lit. You know what I'm saying? Something that take me somewhere mentally, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hear about no killings, bro. I can see it on the news every day. I don't want to tap in on none of that no more. I'm through with that. So my most listened to music is not gonna be none of that. I'm listening to Earl Sweatshirt, Tisa Korean. I'm listening to MF Doom, Victor Vaughn, which is the same person. I'm listening to just different stuff. I'm not listening to all that shooting, killing, robbing. I'm straight on that. I'm cool on that. But yeah, let me know how you feel in the comments, man. Have you heard a Sauce Walka song? Was anything enlightening in what he just said? Let me know how you feel, man. We up to 1 point something subscribers. We trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. We on the way. Go and hit the little sub button right quick. I'm gonna give you a few seconds. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Good looks, you feel me? Go on the sub one time. We trying to get to 2,000 ASAP. So if you see this and I ain't at 2,000, go on and help your boy out now. But yeah, man, appreciate the love, man. Clothes for sale in the description. Links to my social media in the description. Appreciate all the love, and I'll see y'all in the next one.